Before we get into the review, I'd like to introduce you to our two special guests, the Riddler. Riddle me this. What is the first thing you say when you meet someone new? It's friendly, it has 5 letters, and it starts with the letter H. That's right. The answer is hello. And Two-Face. Heads means you should leave a like. Tails means you should subscribe. Subscribe now. Anyways, let's get on with the review, shall we? I'm pretty mixed about this one. Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't feel like a sequel to the Tim Burton movies. It kind of feels like its own standalone thing. Let me guess, because they recasted Batman? Yes, but that's just one reason. Here's another reason. Compared to how dark the Tim Burton films were, this film, it does have some dark moments here and there, but otherwise the violence in this movie was toned down. That's because there were people out there who were parents to younger children complaining about Batman Returns being too dark and inappropriate, so that's why it was decided for this movie to be more family-friendly. That's ridiculous. Batman was never really made to be a children's character. At least not in these movies. Just because Batman has kids-friendly merchandise doesn't mean he's for kids. Yeah, I mean, not to be selfish or anything, but I am more of a kids-friendly character than he is. Sad but true. Here's the thing, though. Joel Schumacher, the director of this film, rest in peace, he actually wanted this film to be dark. But the Warner Bros. Were like, no. Make it PG-13. It's better that way. Yeah, none of it was Joel Schumacher's fault. All the blame goes to the Warner Bros. And all the complaints about Batman Returns being too dark. Ugh, your breath smells. Now, when it comes to the cast of this movie, Michael Keaton did not return for the role of Batman. I don't know if Michael Keaton hated the script or he hated the plan on making this film more lighthearted than the first two, making it less dark. So they instead got Val Kilmer instead. Rest in peace. And as for Two-Face, I don't know if Billy D. Williams hated the script, but he didn't return either, which sucks. So they instead got Tommy Lee Jones. Now, Val Kilmer, I do like him as Bruce Wayne, but in my opinion, his performance as Batman was kind of bland.
Yeah, it didn't even sound like he was trying to do his own Batman voice, like how Michael Keaton did. He just sounded like Bruce Wayne.
I also couldn't help but notice that his batsuit has nipples. Yeah, that is such a useless and ridiculous feature. Like, who came up with this?
Definitely not Joel Schumacher.
Now, when it comes to Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face, he's not a bad casting, but he is a bad recasting, because he looks nothing like Billy D. Williams.
That is a real pity. I would have been very interested to see how Billy D. Williams would look like in his Two-Face form. I bet he would look good.
Plus, Two-Face in this movie, he acted a lot less like Two-Face and acted more like the Joker. Imagine if this was Jack Nicholson's Joker in disguise as Two-Face. Now that would be a plot twist. Yeah, imagine that. But I think the main highlight of the entire movie, the number one main highlight, is most definitely Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Ah yes, Jim Carrey. He really captured my personality perfectly. Yeah, Jim Carrey's type of comedy works really well for the Riddler. Yep, and in my opinion, Jim Carrey is easily my favorite live-action Riddler. And is easily the best part of this movie, no doubt. This movie also introduced Robin for this franchise, played by Chris O'Donnell, and I guess he was alright, although sometimes he can be a bit of a brat.
Yeah, like when he stole your Batmobile and got himself into trouble just because he wanted to be like you.
That, and he desperately wanted to be my partner, but I kept rejecting that offer. Look,
as whiny or as annoying this Robin might be, there is a version of Robin out there who is a lot worse. Trust me on that. I did like the way he was introduced, though, and they got his origin story right. You know, where he used to be part of a circus act, along with his family, called the Flying Graysons, and then his family were killed, and then Bruce Wayne had to take him in. And I'm pretty sure you all know the rest. 2 problems I have with it, though. One is the person who killed them. Because in the comics, Robin's parents were killed by a man named Tony Zuko, but in this movie it's Two-Face. And 2, why would Bruce Wayne need to take him in? I mean, if he was either a kid or a teenager, I understand, but here, he seems old enough to take care of himself, right? How old was Chris O'Donnell during the filming of this movie anyway?
Calculating. 24.
Yeah, see? He is old enough to take care of himself. But in this movie, he was just treated like a kid. Although, to be fair, he kinda acted like one, I guess. Yeah, kind of like how I was treated like a nobody by Bruce Wayne himself. Speaking of which, do you guys ever notice that in this movie, Batman was being kind of a hypocrite? No offense, none taken, but what do you mean? 3 reasons. 1, Robin desperately wanted to be Batman's partner, but Batman kept rejecting it. But as soon as Batman saw him wear the Robin costume, he immediately agreed to be his partner, without any complaints.
Yeah, that was confusing. Made no sense.
2, he told Robin not to kill Two-Face for revenge, because killing is not an option. Yet, Batman killed Two-Face at the end of the movie. Not to mention, he killed the Joker at the end of the first movie.
Some mentor you turned out to be. Shut up.
And 3, you know how Batman has a new love interest in this movie? Chase Meridian, was it? Played by Nicole Kidman? Well, there was one part in the film where Batman said that he has never fallen in love before. But clearly, he has forgotten about the fact that he has. Twice. I mean, have they never seen the first 2 films? Probably not. Oh, and speaking of Chase Meridian, I'm sorry, but she has to be the worst love interest Batman has ever had in his life. I mean, as much as I love Nicole Kidman as an actress, her character in this movie is a creep. I know, right? I mean, she literally turned on the bat signal to get my attention just to flirt with me, when it's supposed to be used for emergencies only. You know what? Chase Meridian, she made me appreciate Vicky Vale a lot more now. Which says a lot, because I'm not really a fan of that character, but this character is not better. Definitely not. Anyways, I think that'll be it for the review. I'm gonna rate this movie probably like a 6 out of 10. But guys, stay tuned for our review for Batman and Robin. Oh gosh, I am not looking forward to that one. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like. But if you like this channel, please subscribe. See you next time.